So nice to see you. It's been a while since you came down to the Big Smoke.
Yeah, it is Waldemar, yeah, but almost 2 years.
Is it 2 years? God, there's some good exhibitions at the moment. You'll enjoy them now that you're down.
Yeah.
You'll be able to learn the tricks of all the old masters that are on show again.
Oh, right.
And then you can repeat them in your forgeries.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to get back to it. Yeah. Only kidding.
So what have you been up to? What have you been making?
I've been making these forms, like a series of them, a series of 10 like I did with those Gauguin head jugs.
Yeah.
And see how they go.
Hang on, so let me get this right. You're making 10 of these.
Yeah,
you made 10.
Yeah, in stoneware. I've sold
stoneware.
2.
Before we get on to the stoneware, before we get on to the technique, let's introduce this properly.
Okay.
This is the object with which you humiliated me on national television.
It is.
When I was a young art critic, trusting what I found in the world's major art galleries to be what they said they were. And then it turned out that it wasn't in fact Gauguin that made this faun. No. It was Shaun bloody Greenhalgh from Bolton.
Well, it's taught you a lesson, hasn't it? Not to take things for granted and what they say they are. To use your eyes.
So there's actually film of this, right? So what happened was I went to this exhibition in the Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam. I mean, the most prestigious Van Gogh museum in the world.
Yes.
And they had this big show on called the Studio of the South. And in this show, because you know Gauguin stayed some time with Van Gogh down in France.
Yeah.
In this show, they had works by all of them that were supposedly made around the time they were together in France, in Arles, in this town, in this house they lived in. And there was this sculpture, right, of a faun.
Yeah.
Looked suspiciously like this damn thing, right? And it was in a case.
Yeah.
Belonging to the Chicago Art Institute, new discovery. Waldemar, what do you think of it? Says the guy. I said, well, it's really interesting. I mean,
now fauns, satyrs, the god Pan, various representations of a man who was also half a goat.
It doesn't look immediately like Gauguin, but you can imagine Gauguin made it because it's just slightly different, but it's a part of his career we don't know about. So I'm going on about it.
Yeah.
People can see me in this film. Trusting the whole setup, trusting the Chicago Art Institute, which is one of the biggest art galleries in America. I know that it went for whatever it was, $250,000 in auction. And then a few years later, I opened the newspaper, and there's a picture of you, there's a picture of it, and there's me feeling like an absolute fool. Because I've been going on about what an important work it was.
I know, this is the thing, it happens a lot.
I think you were in prison at the time, weren't you?
Was I? Yeah, I think I was, 08,
Yeah, well, I was going to come and visit you, then I thought, no, damn, let him rot in jail.
Fair enough.
So tell me about it, though, because the thing about it, right, is that it was a very clever forgery. I hate to butter you up now, but it was. So how did you actually come to make it? Because you didn't just fool me. You fooled a whole bunch of people with it.
Yeah, it really went well. And part of it was a bit of an accident. The clay body that it was made of, I've kind of manufactured it myself. And it came out of the kiln just like a dead ringer for Gauguin. So I think that helped it a lot. Not just like my artistic ability, it was the stuff it was made out of. But I first got onto it, it was in the Manchester Art Library. I was looking through a Gauguin book and it showed a little thumbnail sketch, only tiny, of a faun on a mound.
So was that a drawing by Gauguin?
A tiny little thumbnail drawing of it, just a quick sketch of just a few lines. And that was my initial thought of making the Gauguin faun.
Hang on, so this was a real Gauguin drawing of a faun?
Yes.
But it was you decided to make a sculpture out of it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought of a painting, but as you know, like painting, oil paintings are really hard to forge, good ones. So I thought ceramics, and I'd done a lot of ceramics, so I thought, you can do ceramics and bring them to market the next day. They can straight out of the kiln and straight to market. So I thought, I was familiar with his ceramics and his sculpture, but that's what gave me the initial idea of it.
So you didn't have to look up provenance for it, because there was the drawing as the provenance almost, wasn't there?
Yeah, but I did.
But that's usually the problem with you forgers, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to find a provenance that convinces people.
Yeah, and if you can find like a thumbnail sketch of something, because the experts love to go, oh, look at that leads onto it, blah, 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 and it gives them the initial idea. But as if there's like no images of it, and it's just something straight over of your head, and no provenance, it is hard because they don't accept them to market, and even more so now than they used to do.
Yeah.
They were a little bit trusting back in the 70s and 80s, but since me and other people,
Yeah.
They won't take anything now without a cast iron provenance. Right. And even those can be manufactured, which I've done, so it's not a dead cert, even with a good provenance, that it's a real thing.
So anyway, you've got this decision, you made this decision to make a sculpture out of it, and you mix up the clay in the way Gauguin did, or how did you do it?
I've been to different museums and I've seen a few Gauguins in person, the ceramics. And I'd studied ceramics since I was a kid, and I thought, well, that's a stoneware body, but it's not a standard stoneware. It's not a commercial one because there's all grit and bits in it. So he probably dug his own. So I got an initial bucket of stoneware slip, and then I added some stuff I'd dug myself, some like red earthenware.
Oh, so where you didn't just go to the shop and buy some clay then? You dug it up?
I'd used it before in various things, and it was a place near where I lived, and I went down, and it's like a little stream. The bankings are all muddy and bare, and I dug a bag of that. Brought it back, just turned it into a slip, sieved all the rough stones out and big grits, and then just added it to the stoneware, and the amount that I thought it would. And I made little tiles of it, and then added a bit more, and then made tiles that added a bit more, and numbered them all, like Wedgwood. And then I fired them all, and one of them was an absolute dead ringer for it, so I'd taken notes of what I did, so I made a batch of that up and made out of it.
I remember reading somewhere that one of the things that identified Gauguin's ceramics is that he used to smoke a lot, and they got a lot of cigarette ash in.
Yeah, he probably threw cigarette butts and cigar stumps as well in it, and it burnt off, and it comes out like little pinholes in the pottery. Yeah. It blows out in the fire.
And you recreated all that.
Yeah.
So you made this then, and then what happened? Did you sell it as a Gauguin?
No, what I did, I took it to one of the London auctions. I took it there, and they gave me a piece of paper for it saying that it may be, it may be not. And a few months later, they'd taken it to an institute in Paris, a world famous institute that authenticates them.
Authenticates Gauguin's.
Yeah, and a lot of the Impressionists and post-Impressionists.
So hang on. So that would be the Wildenstein Institute.
That's the one, yeah.
That's the leading authority on Impressionists and Gauguin.
The whole committee. So I've been told the whole committee was in favour, because they have like a committee and they all have to agree, or a majority agree. And if half of them agree, it gets like we're not sure. But said every single member of it came out in favour of it without question.
Did you ever watch that programme Fake or Fortune with Philip Mouldy?
I used to do. I did one with
Fiona Bruce.
Yeah, with Fiona Bruce on Lowry. They were authenticated some Lowrys, and I demonstrated the Lowrys for them.
How Larry painted, yeah. So I remember there was a Fake or Fortune with Philip Mould and Fiona Bruce, and they were trying to authenticate a Monet painting.
I saw that
and they took it to the Wildenstein, and Wildenstein said no.
No.
But they said yes to your Gauguin.
And if they say no, that is no.
Yeah.
You can't say it. And they were unanimous in saying that it was the genuine article. But like I said, it wasn't just the artistic style of it. I think a lot of it was the clay body. And I kind of got lucky with that. It just like experimentation.
Yeah. And it's you signed it as well, is that right? It's signed in Gauguin's signature?
Yeah, the P Gold signature. I believe there's some kind of bit of vulgaritas around that. A pogo, it's like a...
Yeah.
Anyway,
his signature, Pago, with P and G and O.
It is.
I mean, they say it was like a naval slang for a penis,
yeah,
Pago.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be applicable with a Faun, because it was meant to be that way endowed, aren't they? So.
Yeah. Now, it's funny you should say that, because for a big birthday of mine, because you humiliated me on British television, international television, and you're feeling so incredibly guilty about it for most of your adult life, you did remake your original fake for me.
I did.
But I mean, this is one of the new ones, right? So if you look between the legs, there's no penis.
Well, the one that went to the Wildenstein Institute didn't have any, neither.
Yeah. But the one you gave me did.
Yeah.
Why have you given me a Faun with a penis?
I don't know really. I just thought it would be more applicable, because it's like more. It had balls, let's just say, and that's when I made the original one that went to Wildenstein. I thought. I always like to put a clue in it that there's something wrong with that, so I'll leave the tackle off. I would imagine if Gauguin had made one, he'd have made it like the one I made for you.
With the penis. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah. So my fake is more authentic than lots of other fakes.
Than the Gauguin, yeah.
So you made 10 of these. You've sold 2 already.
Yeah.
You've got 8 left.
Yeah.
And I believe they are for sale from you. Is that right again?
Yes. I made a series of 10 of them.
Yeah.
And I've sold 2, so the other 8 are just kicking the reels.
So if anybody watching this now who wants an original Shaun Greenhalgh fake Gauguin Faun wants one,
there's only 8 of them left. So
there's 8 of them left.
Yeah.
And there's not going to be any more.
No, like with the Gauguin head jug I made, when I make them and the series is done, I destroy them all, so there can't be any more.
Okay. And how much are you selling them for?
Well, I sold the first 2 for 1,500. I sold the head jugs for 500. But these are a great deal more work.
So for 1,500, you get a sizable Gauguin sculpture.
Yeah, it's a considerable sculpture, in its own way.
It is. So there'll be people watching this who'll want this.
Yeah.
Because frankly, you'd be a fool not to want it. What have they got to do? They've got to write into us, right?
ZCZ? Contact ZCZ and pass it on to me, and I'll deal with it from there.
You'll deal with it from there on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go, everybody. If you want a genuine Shaun Greenhalgh, a very rare thing, a wonderful thing, and a thing that made me look like an idiot on television, just write into ZCZ, and for a mere 1,500 quid, it could be yours.